vocalist. I'm Madeline Harvey. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and welcome to day 2 of our Mix Like a Pro challenge. Our objective of today's video is to tune into the release. So we're going to be leaning into the awesome power of your head voice. If you like today's video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up or click on that subscribe button below. I would love to see you here more often. The video that you're about to see was taken as a clip from a live lesson that was shot earlier today. If you'd like to watch the entire live and participate in the exercises, then I just invite you to click on that join button below and become a member of this channel. As a member, you'll have exclusive access to all of our lives that we do every Monday and Thursday at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. If that's too late for you or way too early, fear not. You'll have exclusive access to our members only area with over 70 plus hours of vocal instruction. So again, just click that join button. It's only $4.99 a month and your contribution helps to support our channel. That way we can continue to deliver awesome content for you. You ready to get started? Here we go. Welcome to day 2 of our 7-day Mix Like a Pro vocal challenge. What we're going to be talking about today is release, which means that we're going to lean into the power and the strength of the head voice. So when I say head voice, I don't mean this wimpy little sound. I mean this big, expansive, powerful sound that's going to release tension from your entire vocal mechanism. It's going to release that push and that squeeze across your entire range. It's going to give you more tone consistency, and it's going to give you more breath support. All of that sounds fantastic, yes? Yay. Okay, so before we get started, I just want to say, if you're new here, we're so glad that you're here. Thank you for joining us on this 7-day challenge. We do these lives every Monday and Thursday at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time, so we hope that we'll be able to see you soon. And also, if you haven't checked it out, we have launched a new module on Skillshare. It's Increase Your Vocal Endurance. We have part 1 and part 2, so be sure to check those out as well. Jumping in. So head voice is one of those aspects of range that people tend to shy away from. They tend to think that there's nothing really that head voice can offer the voice. I'm here to tell you that that is the furthest thing from the truth. If anything, uh-oh, Mabel's being sick. Oh, hang on, let me go grab my husband really quickly, okay? Hang on, guys. Okay, big girl. Oh no. Okay. So these are all live. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness. Okay, so if you see my husband come in and help us out a little bit. She's never sick, so I think she got into something. Hi, baby. You all right? Okay, so we're gonna lean into that. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Well, you know, things that have never happened on a live before. That right there. Well, at least.
Come, give it.
We may oh gosh, we may start this all over, y'all. This is hilarious. I know. I feel so like concerned for her because she never ever gets sick. So. Yes, husband's gonna come in and clean it up for let's talk for a second. It's all good, thank you, Penny. Yeah, poor Mabel. She is a hound dog, so she is really into eating things, especially when she goes out on a walk. Casey says I'm holding my breath like I can smell it. Well, yeah. She's a hound dog. She's a hound girl. So we will cut this, just so y'all know. We'll cut this for the members only if y'all want to check this out later.
When I leave, just restart it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I hope you guys had a good weekend. Mabel will probably get some sort of snack or treat. Any indication of why she threw up in?
That was her whole breakfast.
Oh, okay. Okay. What a great husband to come in and help you out. He's fantastic. He is fantastic.
I also do dishes.
And he does the dishes as well.
Yeah.
I'm so lucky.
What a
I'm
man.
so lucky. Mike is the man, Deb says. I think we're good, honey. Thank you. It's so rare that Mabel gets sick. It's just she loves to eat all sorts of things. So when we first got her, there was a lot of people having like roofing work done in our neighborhood. And there were so many chicken bones on the lawns of our neighborhood because the people who were doing the roof would bring like chicken wings and eat their chicken wings and just toss them in the grass. So Mabel was like, yes, she was about to get all those chicken bones. We were so freaked out because she was eating full, like broken pieces of chicken. She was just so fast at them. We were trying to get them before we could, Mabel wasn't mixing like a pro. No, something wasn't mixing. So let's start this all over. Here we go, guys. You ready? Okay, we're good. And we will make it up. Welcome to day 2 of our Mix Like a Pro vocal challenge. And today we're going to talk about the release, which is leaning into the power and the strength of the head voice. Now, the head voice is not a shrinking violet. It is not supposed to be a wimpy little sound that we make. It is meant to be the primary aspect of the release for the entire vocal mechanism. So anytime you hear a voice that sounds like it's being launched or released, or there's just strength and movement to it, the head voice is contributing to that overall blend. So if you've ever noticed, how do you know if you have an underdeveloped head voice? If you've ever noticed that you have a feeling of holding on, a feeling of pushing or squeezing across your range, if you struggle with your breath support and control, and if you have a tendency to flip into what feels like a really dainty, very light sounding head voice, then today is the lesson for you. Now, I think that's pretty much all of us to some extent. So we're going to choose some sounds that are indicative of tapping into that strength and tapping into that release. Very simple sounds that we're going to play with together. But before we do, thank you. If you're new and this is your first live, I see Diane says, this is my first time attending the live. Yes, very good. Just real life, isn't it? We're so happy that you're here. We do these lives every Monday and Thursday at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. So we're so glad that you can join us. And if you haven't already, we've just launched a new module for Skillshare, parts 1 and 2 on increasing your vocal endurance. So I hope that you'll check that out. So we've got a couple of sounds that we want to be able to really leverage that will allow us to immediately tap into the strength of the head voice. But before we get into them, I really want to reiterate this across all 7 days of our Mix Like a Pro challenge. Your mix is already familiar to you. It's already familiar to you because most of us speak in a mix. We're already speaking in a mix. Very few of us actually just talk like down here, which is just like chest voice and only chest voice. So do you see how like dull, but also guttural that is? So our speaking voice is already blended, and we don't talk like just up in a head voice like I'm gonna speak like a Disney princess all the time. It's like there's already a blend going on. So as you're playing across all 7 of these days, we want to touch the sensation of what feels like our natural speech. So I just want to put that as a nugget in your mind. Touch the sensation of what feels like your natural speech. So as we play with these sounds today, we've got 3. I want you to reintegrate them into, okay, I could feel as if I'm talking them as opposed to singing them. I don't want you to feel like you've got to put on a vocal like a vocal mask per se, like something that isn't you. I want you to feel that you can find you in these sounds. So we're going to get started with our first sound, and that is the sound we. Now we have 3 very awesome vowels that we're going to play with, and we're going to put W between all 3 of them. We have we, then we have wow, like wow, wow, like that one, and then we have wah. We're really going to break down each one of these, and we're going to blend them back and forth today. So be sure to stay for the entire live today. It's going to be great. So first one that we're going to start with is we. Now we want to make sure that we go we like that and not we like that, because again, I don't talk like this. And I want to be able to find my own natural speaking voice. Hence, there's already a mix that's in there. We're just leaning towards that head voice just a little bit to give us the leverage that we need for the strength of the release. So let's try this a couple of times. Let's just say we as if we're swinging on a swing set. We. Again. We. Hear that strength of that head voice? It's not we. It's not that. It's we. We're leaning into the head voice. Good. Now let's say we really slow. We. 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 Now notice that we're using that W to really pull us towards our mask, our vocal mask area. It's the front of the face. We want the sound to tilt forward and then follow through. So again, we don't want to go wee, wee, wee. We want to go wee, wee, right? Integrate with the speech. Always, always integrate with your speech. So let's give that a try. We're going to do it on a descending, just like that. I'm a big fan of things that descend because it releases more tension from the voice. And since as we descend, that air pressure drops pretty steadily, it becomes really hard to blend from note to note. So we're just going to walk it down. We're going to put a we between each note. So we'll go we, 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 we. Finish in speech. Okay. Don't go we, 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 we. That's holding it sort of in a heady place and not allowing it to blend. And we want it to blend. Here we go. We, 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 we. We, 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 we. Yes. Wee. Speech. Find your speech in that. If you find that you're going wee, there's some tongue tension prevalent, go ahead and sing it at half that volume. So if you're noticing wee, sing it at half that volume, but still find speech in it. Wee, 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 wee. Wee, 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 wee. Wee, 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 you hear that C sharp for me. My voice had a little bobble there. So if that's something like you want to make a note of that and then play with that later. So I'm going to give it a try again just to see if I can smooth that out. But I'm not going to smooth it out by going wee. I want to go wee, because that's my speaking voice at that level of that note. So let's try it again. That's better. Now notice there, same thing, my voice kind of wobbled a little bit on returning to that E flat. So what I want you to do, if that is you as you're doing it, is do a little bit of what I just did, which is I slowed down because I could feel that was about to happen. So as you slow down, when you feel that that's about to happen, you give your body a chance to focus in on it and steady it and balance it. Let's try it again. Hear that? But as soon as I slowed down, I was able to steady it a little bit more. There we go. Now I'm already feeling a lot better about just operating at that level of head voice, but at that level of speech, which is a blend, but we're leaning into that head voice. So if you've got to, because again, if you're noticing that you're reaching up for those notes, we just want you to leverage your resonance. So if you've got to tilt that head down just a little bit, you'll notice that it feels like pouring water right into that resonator. Your resonator's where you're going to get the amplification, guys. It does come a little from the breath, the power, but the actual volume and the amplification comes from where you're targeting inside of your head space. So I do think, no, here. So as we're tilted down, I just want you to see if you can aim for that spot where you notice it gets bang. It's like, feels like hitting a pocket where you get more of a robust sound, having to do a little less work. So here we go. Let's try one week. Yeah, you feel that? Now it should feel like you're doing most of the work here, but you're getting a lot of amplification, having to not do much at all other than chew on that W and release that E. Everybody good? Like, my piano playing is great today. Let's give it a go. Let's try that one, E flat. hear that? I'm touching and I'm landing on that last note, leaning in on it as if I'm touching my own speech. I don't want to go because it doesn't feel reinforced. So let this sound do all the heavy lifting for you. Let's take it down. There's that E again. So I'm going to make a note for myself to go back and work on that E. Let's try that one more time. That was better. Dang, I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming. Nick says, I didn't realize I had this much space in my head. Absolutely. We want to exploit every nook and cranny because we're going to get a cool sound off of every nook and cranny. So I'm feeling a really solid blend now with my chest voice. I've just got notes for myself to go back, work on D and E. You do that blend. Now, Saipan asks, what are your hands doing around your nose? That's a really good question. I'm noticing that as I go